Welcome back to Motel Marketing Lesson number 5. Today, we're going to be talking about the all-important reviews. Reviews help your visitors convert into paying guests on every single platform you have. If you're on Google, the number of reviews and the review score you have is going to directly impact how you convert visitors to paying guests. And the same goes for Booking.com, Expedia, and on your direct website bookings. When I talk about reviews in a motel, it's not just about your overall review score and the number of reviews your motel has, also about the overall market. Let's look at scenario number 1. If there's 10 motels and your motel is number 1 with the best review in town, then increasing review score won't equal more bookings. So in example number 1, reviews aren't going to be our priority for running the motel. We're going to keep maintaining what we've got and we're going to keep focusing on guest experience, but we're not actively going to go push to get more and more reviews and to drive a higher and higher review score, because it's not going to give us more revenue and it's going to not going to allow us to increase our rate for that motel. In example number 2, there's 30 motels in town and we've got a line here in the sand. We've got our review score of 8 and above and a review score of less than 8. Let's say we've got 30% and 70% are below an 8 review score. What this means sometimes is that if we can increase our review score up into the 8 category, we get access to things like filters like 4+ rating, and we're also part of a smaller group of properties. So guests are looking for a higher review score property, we're going to fit into that category. Whereas if we stay below the 8, we're going to be in this bigger category with more competitors, and it's going to put more pressure on our rates. So in example number 2, emphasis on review score might be really important. If we're a 7.9, it's going to be really important. If we're a 6, it might not be so important because it's just too big a jump to get up to that category that we're looking to get to. It might become a long-term goal and also part of a strategy where we're going to need to invest money improving our rooms and doing other things to get better review scores. Let's look at one final scenario, number 3. You're in a town with only 4 other motels. The other motels have ratings around the 8 mark out of 10. Your motel is 7.9. So in a similar way to strategy number 2, if your review score is just underneath other competitors, sometimes it's going to be really you're going to get a lot more performance if you increase that up to 8 out of 10. This is not any ironclad rules around review scores, and it's not specific to any one motel, but it's about thinking about your review score relative to the market, not just as an overall for your property. If your property is sitting just underneath the majority of the motels in town, maybe a small increase will really improve your bookings overall. Oftentimes, if you're the lowest ranked property in town, you're going to achieve the lowest market share. So look at it from a strategic point with your guest review score. So there's 55 different motels in Townsville. There's a lot of different decisions that a guest can go with. And you've only got a few tiny details to convince them to stay with you. Number 1, you've got your hero photo. And we talk about how important a good hero photo is for a motel to convert guests onto your page. The next one is your review score. Very important again. A higher review score is going to give you a higher CTR, which for Google equals relevance. So what is CTR? CTR is the number of visitors that go onto your website. So if there's 1,000 visitors to this page and 100 go to your website, CTR equals 10%. Higher CTR equals higher relevance, which is then going to give you more traffic, which is then going to give you more bookings. So you can see here, by having a high review score and a lot of reviews, you're building trust with your guests, which then sets off this process here. So it becomes a bit of a momentum system here. So you get a higher CTR because you've got better guest reviews. That then converts to more bookings. When you get more bookings, you can get more reviews, equals more trust, which then continues the process to a higher CTR. So you can see that your motel can really get momentum focusing on guest reviews. When we talk about this momentum here, let's wipe this screen now. And this momentum is great, but it is review score relative to your competitors. So if you have a really high review score, but all your competitors have an equally high review score, you're not going to be getting momentum compared to them. You're just going to be maintaining your market share. So let's go through what we've talked about with reviews. So the first part your review score and number of reviews is really critical for your motel's success. In this tutorial, we've also talked about the importance of your review score comparatively to the other motels in your town. So look at review score versus other motels in your town. The next thing we've looked at is increasing your review score can increase your click-through rate, or CTR. This will equal more relevance on Google, Booking.com, and Expedia. Google, Booking.com, and Expedia basically evaluate how many visitors will click from their main page onto your motel page. A higher number of people clicking through shows to them that you're more relevant than other motels in your area. So you're going to get some benefits and you're going to drive more bookings. That's all for our motel marketing lesson today, covering reviews. If you have any questions, please drop a comment below. If you're enjoying our videos, please subscribe to our channel.